Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? And welcome back to the channel. Got home from work just a little bit ago and I was gonna start changing my dually fender, but then again, just like the other one, those little bolts are starting to spin. If you remember right, those things look like this, these little clips right here. And what that does, that little head right there actually starts spinning inside that clip. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my attention away from that and work on it another day when I have just a little bit more time, because I do have a little field trip planned for tomorrow. So I want to drive the dually instead of the second gen, just because of comfortability, and the blue truck, it really starting to need some steering problem, or some attention to the steering box. So I got to get a steering box ordered for the second gen because it's getting pretty sloppy to drive. You can really tell a big difference from driving this truck to driving the second gen. There is a huge difference on the steering. So we definitely need to get a steering box ordered. So we're going to go ahead and drive this tomorrow. It's about a 3-hour drive. Just like last time, those are spinning back in there. So what I was actually able to use, and it actually worked out really well, was my Icon Flex head. It was really did a good job of getting in there and loosening things up until they started spinning. But when I have more time, I'm just going to take the saw and buzz those off just like that, all the way through here. Take this off and then just be able to reach in there and grab it and cut it off, or take it off that way. Or you grab a hold of the heads of those little captured nuts or captured bolts and be able to hold it and take everything apart. So I think I'm going to turn my attention. I did make another little tool, an arbor, for this week's Tuesday's tool tech. I got a little arbor made here for some Deco sunburst stuff. I made that. I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. It's just a 1/4 by 3-inch bolt. I cut the head of the bolt off. I took and ran some more threads up the bottom of the top of the shank, and that way that gives me more room so I can put that in my die grinder and be able to run these. They wanted right around 12 bucks for that arbor, or that mandrel, and I knew I could make it out of a 1/4-inch bolt, so I just went ahead and done that. And those are available on Amazon, but it was like 12 bucks and then 14 bucks to ship it. I did call them and ask them about that, and they said that was wrong. It should be free shipping off of Amazon, so they need to get that corrected. I don't have time to wait, so I just went ahead and made one. I'm also going to tear this turbo apart and check some clearances. I'm going to get that cartridge and make sure everything is good with that. Set it down inside the turbine housing. Set it down inside the turbine housing. Set the compressor housing on top of the compressor wheel, and make sure everything is good. I still have forgot to order my wastegate. I need to get that done too. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and put everything back together on the dually, close the garage up, and then come in here and work on this. What I have here, these are Deco sunbursts. What these are little, basically wire wheels, or essentially that's out of plastic. Now these come in a couple different grits. Every color is a different grit and different sizes, blah blah blah. But anyway, purpose of this was just to make this little mandrel. I'll go over more of these on Tuesday. Just a little hint or a little sneak peek on Tuesday's tool tech, because I have some other pieces too that I'm going to show you. But what I wanted to do is I made this little mandrel, like I said. This is just a 3-inch 1/4-20 bolt that I ran the threads down just a little bit more on with a 1/4-20 die, washer, the wheel, another washer, and then a nylon nut. Now that's ready to use on there. Like I said, this is available to be purchased on Amazon. They didn't have it fixed as of yet, so I went ahead and made my own. and then it'll go right there in my either right angle die grinder, straight die grinder, whatever you want to do. Tighten up your collar and you're good to go. Once again, this is a Deco company, and this is their Sunburst line. This is the 2-inch wheels. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description for these for their Amazon store. If you guys don't want to wait until Tuesday, that way you can check these out. All right, like I said, that's just a little sneak peek of Tuesday's tool tech. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start on this turbo. What this is I was told this is a Super B single. 5774 is what I was told that it was. So both tags are missing off of both sides of the turbo or the cartridge. So I'm going by what I was told. I did not measure anything, which I should have done. I took it for granted that the friend of mine that sent me the cartridge knew what he was talking about. He's done this for the last 15-20 years, and he knew exactly what I had without me really even giving him much description on it. So I got this cartridge sent to me. Like I said, he wants to remain nameless, so we will leave him nameless. And the only thing that I'm really going to be using off of this turbo will be the turbine housing and the compressor housing. Right now we're going to go ahead and go through and make sure we got good clearance on the compressor wheel and on the turbine wheel. I'm going to set everything on there. We're not going to bolt anything up. I'm just going to kind of put it together loosely and make sure everything's good. Then I'll also show you in there where this is actually broke at. So right now I want to get everything tore apart out of that, get that cartridge out of there, and kind of make good. I did pick up a turbo, a compressor elbow for this turbo also, and a V-band. I went ahead and got that sandblasted already. I blasted that myself, and probably gonna blast this also. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with color. Turbine housing, gonna try and do some heat paint on that, see if I can get it to last, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do as far as color. Been thinking about doing black, but I want to go through and take all these marks off of there just like I did on the other turbo when we had it powder coated. That Schweitzer, take that off of there, take these casting marks off where they filled up the cast. Just kind of go through there, clean it up, make it look good. Alright, after just a few minutes I stopped that time lapse because I ran into some issues with some bolts being in the way. The way this turbo was clocked, I had to give it just a little bit of watt forward to get it apart, and I ended up breaking the cartridge, which is fine, but I did it on purpose. I went ahead and busted the oil feed off of the cartridge itself so I could get this bolt out that was right here. Like I said, the way it was clocked, I couldn't quite get to some of the bolts, and they were giving me a hard time, so I just took it over there and I had to make some clearance cuts on the back side right there so I could get my wrench on there, and then I just went ahead and this is cast so it breaks really easy. Busted that off so I could get that bolt out there, but it did pull, you can see right there, a couple of threads out of the very end. These are a 8x125, so I took and I ran my tap down through all of them and cleaned them up. We got these two out here also for my wastegate. Like I said, I need to pick up one of the wastegates or get one of the wastegates ordered from stainless diesel that I have on the second gen. It actually is a spring and rod, and it runs off of drive pressure, and I like that a lot better than running off the boost pressure. So I need to get one of those ordered. Where I'm going tomorrow, I'm going to be kind of close, but it's kind of up and out of the way then down. So right now I'm going to get that cartridge out of the box there, make sure everything fits and no rubbing, everything's good, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, everything seems to be good and tight. I don't hear any rubbing issues. I believe I did tell you this turbo is going to go in the dually. So we're just going to have to see how everything fits. I'm not going to leave it together. I'm going to leave it apart because I do want to do something with this turbine housing, or with the compressor housing, and I want to do something with the turbine housing also. And it just makes it easier to get all this stuff together for the wastegate if it's all apart. So, all right, the whole issue with this turbo, the reason it was taken off the truck is because the flange on the turbine side was broke. You can see that. Actually, it broke again as I was taking it apart. That come out of this side right here, just like so. So I don't know how many miles is on this turbo, but it really don't matter because this is the bread and butter of the turbo right here. So this is going by the wayside, and that's coming in. So the only thing, like I said, I'm using is the turbine and the compressor. So this was taken off of a 12 valve truck because of that issue right there. He couldn't figure out, he was getting a hell of a exhaust smell inside the truck and couldn't figure out why and what was going on. And they found this bolt hole right here was actually just open, and that goes completely into the turbine housing. So they put a bolt in there to try and cover that up. This wastegate was already pinned like it was, and so they did not do that. So they come up and they found like this side was completely missing. They probably didn't realize that that side was broke too. So I was able to get, this is actually an S300 cartridge because it's based off of flange size and diameter. So if you go and think you're going to get an S300 cartridge and that's going to fit in there, you're wrong. Well, not you're wrong, just you're going to be upset because it's not going to fit. These older Borg-Warner turbos that have the Schweitzer housings are based in 300s. This is an S300, but I believe this is just like what's on my second gen, just a standard S300. It is in fact, 5770. So it's just a little bit bigger turbine wheel than what's on my blue truck. So we'll see where the second gen, so we'll see how this runs. My second gen runs really well. Pretty excited to get this on. Before I put this on, I do want to get my head studs and the injectors put in just to help out, especially the head studs, since I'm going to be making some more boost. I know my other one, it makes about 50 pounds of boost, almost 50. So I definitely want to have the head studs in my truck before I go doing that, just to make sure everything is good and secure. But in the days to come, we'll get this built, get it all put back together, probably put it together loose, or maybe not put it together all because of, you know, clocking that cartridge or clocking your compressor housing and your turbine housing. You basically, you know, I'll bolt my compressor housing on there. I'll slide the cartridge in and get it snug and tight, because that's got to go, you know, vertical for your oil inlet and then your oil drain, and then I'll have to clock the compressor housing to the elbow so everything matches up going into the intercooler. So anyway, we'll see how many people watch clear to the end. Tomorrow I am heading to Indianapolis. I am going to stop by Fleece, and then I'm also going to stop by AirDog and talk with those guys, and then afterwards, probably broken up into a couple of days, couple of different videos. I'm gonna actually go see Dylan at Dirty Diamond Diesel, and we're gonna do just a little bit of a video together while I'm over there, and look at some of his race trucks, or look at some of his trucks. I know they have a race truck build going on, and then Dylan just started a shorty build also. So pretty excited to head over there and kind of get out of Dodge for just a day or so and make a little field trip. Going over, like I said, to see Fleece's new headquarters. They have Freedom Racing engines and Fleece all housed under one building, and everything is done. Braden invited me over at PRI, so I'm gonna head over there, check that out. Hopefully everything works out. If not, I'm definitely have it set to stop at AirDog. I've already talked to them guys. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna take you guys along. So with that, I think that's pretty much going to do it for tonight. If you don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on. Bye-bye.